Hello, it's Les here. Today I'm going to look at the Selle Italia Novus Boost Evo Superflow saddle. First off, it comes in this packet here. With some instructions, zip tied on. I would prefer to see a little cotton thing instead of more plastic. So anyway, it comes with this cardboard thing, which I guess is okay. It shows you this ID match. Is this your ideal saddle? I had a quick look at that, and that just takes you to like a futuristic setup machine, so it doesn't actually explain too much about what different type of saddles they sell. So I was a little bit disappointed in that. This, it says, is an L3 saddle, wide intertrochanteric distance and high pelvic rotation. I had a quick look at what they are. So it seems they come in S and L. S being like a kind of small, which is the width of the saddle, and L being large, which is a wider saddle. And the numbers refer to the cutout. 1 is a small or no cutout. 2 is intermediate, and then flow, I think it's called, and 3 is superflow. This is a 3, so it has a large cutout, and it says L3, so it's a wide with a large cutout. I didn't see too many number 2 saddles on the Selle Italia web page, just a couple. So most of the saddles seem to be this new 3 shape. Okay, so what I find for me, this saddle didn't work. I haven't actually ridden on it. I just sat on the bike, and already I could tell that it was not for me. I have since discovered I must prefer some sort of flat saddles. So most of the saddles I have are kind of flat with, parallel to the horizon. They're very flat. I don't put them nose up or nose down. I put this one on like at about that angle there, level. And if you put it at that angle horizontal, you can see that it still slopes down. So as soon as I sat on this saddle, I felt like I was tilting forward and going to fall off the front of the bike. It felt a bit like a metal tractor sort of seat, or one of those metal seats that you have at a like a children's park seesaw saddle. So it didn't work for me, so I'm going to return this. But I still have some things to say about this saddle. First off, it's actually quite short, I noticed as well. What I suggest is, if you know already that you have a preference, like if your existing saddles are flat, then and they work for you, then I wouldn't recommend this saddle. Just don't even bother, because if it's not going to work for you. So regarding the construction, first thing I noticed is the metal parts of the saddle rails are a bit nasty. The finish on them is a little bit, can you see that? The metal rails are not finished that well. You see, it's a bit rough. See this, the metal rails, they're a bit rough. The top of the saddles, fair enough. I like the way that the pattern here is indented, so it won't wear off. I like that. I prefer that kind of thing, so it won't wear down, wear off. It won't wear off after using it for a while, so that's nice. And they say that this one and the Model X Don't use any glue. So that's good. The thing that I can say about it is that the metal rails here go inside up here. The metal rails go up there and inside there. So the thing is, after the saddle has had its use and it's worn out and you want to throw it away or recycle it, you can't separate the material. So it's not that recyclable the way it is now, because the metal and the plastic are glued together. So I think if they wanted to make this more eco-friendly, they should have detachable rails or something that where you can separate the metal and the plastic, because at the moment you can't do it, and you'd probably have to throw the whole thing in the bin. So it has these holes at the back here for saddlebags and things. I didn't get to test that feature out. As I say, I was just looking for a relatively cheap, mediocre price saddle. I thought I'll give it a go. I tried it real quick. It didn't work for me. See, if you put this part here parallel to the ground, if you put that parallel to the ground, the nose is going to tilt up too far. So that's what I saw. So I'm going to send this one back. And yeah, anyway, so I hope I've given you some help there with the sizing of the saddles and everything, because it's not that clear on the website what sizes they have. They should really have a web page devoted to explaining what an L3 saddle is and what an L1 saddle is and what an S1 saddle is and what an S3 saddle is, but they don't. They don't have that. So I think that's all I wanted to say. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to say as well, that the model above this, so the model below this uses like a solid rubber. The thing here is solid rubber. It's harder and heavier, the Model X. And the model above this has, I think it's called the TM, which has manganese rails. I wanted to say here as well that pretty much all steel, it has manganese in it. So they put the manganese in to combine with sulfur to form these what are called manganese sulfide inclusions to stop iron sulfide inclusions, which weaken the steel. So pretty much all steel has manganese in it straight off. They're just calling it that. And also I noticed that a lot of people refer to it wrongly and call them magnesium rail. No, they're not magnesium, they're manganese, but even this crappy steel rail here probably has manganese in it. They just don't make it without that. So I wanted to explain that. Yeah, that's all I really have time for today. I'll be reviewing another saddle from Selle Italia in the near future, the Selle Italia Net saddle, which works better for me. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.